Hello everyone, myself Sneha Shah from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Up to last session, I had explained you about the first unit of basic probability. Now I am going to explain you about the next unit as curve fitting by the numerical method in the subject of probability and statistics. Today I will explain you about curve fitting. What is the meaning of curve fitting? So for that, first of all, I am given some example, like suppose if I am taking many points like 1 2 1 3 3 2 2 5, like this. So if I am taking this type of points, and if we will locate it in terms of graph, then it will be looking like this, right? So these points are representing in this form as the graph. So this type of diagram is known as scatter diagram. Now what is meaning of this? Suppose this point is considered as input, this representing as the x-axis and this one is y-axis, right? So we will represent it any point in terms of x comma y, right? First term is considered as x1 y1, x2 y2. So it will representing in this form. So the representation of all these points will be considered as a scatter diagram. Scatter means distribution of all the points. So this type of diagram is considered as scatter diagram. Now from this we can't define which type of function is this, and because of that we can't understand how to apply any method and what to do. So for that, first of all, we have to convert this diagram into, it will be fitted into any type of curve. So first of all, we have to approximate this type of diagram in any type of curve. So if we will fitting this curve in terms of, suppose if I am approximating this, it will be looking like this. So it will representing as line. So this type of line will be occur due to this scatter diagram. So we can say that this diagram, this diagram is fitted in the line. So this type of fitting is considered as curve fitting. So approximation of the scatter diagram in terms of any type of curve, it is known as curve fitting. Now this type of distribution or approximation is considered as linear approximation, because line is considered as a linear. Now suppose if I am writing the equation of linear line, then it will be write like this: y equals to mx plus c, right? All of you know about this. Now in this we had taken x as the independent variable, means value of x will change independently. We can put value of x independently as 0, 1, 2, 3, likewise. Now as the value of x will change, according to that the value of y will change. So in this we had taken y as the dependent variable and x as the independent variable. Now if we want to change this in terms of, now we have to take x as the dependent variable and y as the independent variable, then this same equation will convert in terms of x equals to my plus c. So as the value of y will change, according to that x will be changed. So it means the x is considered as the dependent variable. Now in this value can be also changed in terms of some other constant value, like instead of this c I will take constant as a and instead of this m I will take a constant as a b. So this equation is convert in terms of y equals to a, this one is written over here and this one is written over here. So m, instead of m we had taken b into x. So this function will be written like this: y equals to y equals to a plus bx. Similarly, if we are representing this equation, it will convert into x equals to a plus by. Instead of c we had taken a, plus instead of m we had taken b. So x equals to a plus by. So this one is the equation of line when we will taking x as a dependent, and this one is the equation of line when we will taking x as the independent variable. Now there are some other types of scatter diagram, like suppose if I am taking the distribution of points like this, so approximation of it will be in terms of this. So this type of function is considered as non-linearity because it is not linear variation. So it is considered as non-linear. And suppose if I am taking scatter diagram which is distributed over the whole entire range or some of the range, but can't be approximate this type of scatter diagram, then it cannot fit into any type of curve. Other than this line, we can also convert it in terms of parabola if the distribution is in terms of this approximation, it will be nearly equals to parabola. So there are basically two types of approximation in the curve. First curve is line and the second curve is parabola. So you have to learn these two types of curve in detail in this unit. So first of all, we are defining the definition of this curve fitting. So curve fitting is defined as the general problem of finding equation of approximating curves that fit given sets of data is known as curve fitting. It means to find the equation of any problem, we will approximating that curve which will fit into the given sets of data, then this type of curve will consider as curve fitting. Now as I told you that there are some basic curves like line or parabola, so because of that we will write the equation of that curve. So in practice, the following type of equations is often suggested from the scattered diagram. The first curve is a straight line and the equation of it equals to y equals to a plus bx. In this I had taken x as the independent variable, or if we are writing x equals to a plus by, then in this we will take on x as the dependent variable. Now the second type of curve may be a parabola or a quadratic curve. In this we will take y equals to a plus bx plus cx square. So because of this square value, this curve will convert in terms of non-linear parabola. Now the next topic is the least squares line. Now what is the meaning of this? Suppose if we want to convert any scatter diagram in terms of an equation of line, it means if you want to approximate in terms of line, so how will representing it in terms of equations and how will solve these equations? So for that, this topic is there, the least square line. So we will converting the least mean values of error which is approximating in terms of line. The least square line approximating the sets of points x1, y1, x2, y2 up to xn, yn has the equation y equals to a plus bx, because we have to create a line, right? So we will writing the equation of line as y equals to a plus bx, where the constants a and b are determined by solving simultaneously the equations. For this we have to take normalization of this. Now how will normalizing this? If we want to normalize this equation, then first of all we will convert this equation in this term y equals to a into 1, right, plus b into x, if we will representing it in terms of multiplication part. So if you want to normalize this function, then you have to keep in mind that we have to take summation on both the sides. Suppose if I am taking summation on both sides, so over here the summation will be there and over here also summation will be there. Now as you know that a is constant, so it will be outside of this summation, 1 is inside of this, and you know that summation of 1. What is the meaning of this? If I am taking n equals to 1 to n, then 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. How many types of 1? How many times this 1 will occur? As if we will taking n equals to 5. So up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 5 times 1 will be there. So So we can say that 1 plus 1 plus 1 5 times, it will gives you 5. So as we are taking the value of n equals to 5, it will gives you the answer as 5. So summation 1 will gives you the answer as n. So instead of this summation 1, we will writing n. So this term will convert in this format as summation y equals to, this term will convert into a is constant, so it will be outside of this summation, and summation 1 is gives you the term as n. So this term will convert into n into a or a into n, plus this b is constant, so outside of this summation. So over here we will write summation x. So this is the final answer of summation y. From this you can find out the equation number 1. Similarly, in this, instead of this 1, if we will taking x, so for this we will multiplying this equation whole by x, and then we will take the summation value, means first of all we will multiplying this equation with x. First of all we had multiplying it with y, so it will remain as it is, then we had taken summation, right? Now we will multiplying by x, so this term will convert into x into y, this term will convert a into x, plus this term will convert into a into x means bx square. Now the next step is we have to take summation on both the side, so this step will occur. Now over here the summation xy will remain as it is, this a goes constant, so it will outside of this summation, so a summation x plus b is constant, so outside of this summation x square. So this one is the equation number 2. Now if we are solving this equation number 1 and 2, then we can find out the value of these constants a and b. And as we will finding the value of a and b, we will put the value of a and b in this equation, so it will gives you the final answer of this line for any example. So this is the basic process how to solve any scatter diagram which will fitted in the line. So the equation will be written like this: summation y equals to na plus some b into summation x, and the second equation is summation x y equals to a summation x plus b summation x square. As I told you that this one is equation number 1 and this one is equation number 2. By using these two equations, we can simplify this two equation and finding the value of a and b constants, and we will put these two values in this equation to finding the equation of line. So in this equation, these two equations are known as the normal equations for the least square line, and these two equations are used to find the value of a and b, and from that we will find the final value of the line y equals to a plus bx. This can be well understood by some example, like first example is fit a least square line to the data of below table. Table is given to you and you have to solve this and you have to fit this in terms of line, right? But condition is given to you as x as considered as independent variable or x as the dependent variable. So if we are taking x as the independent variable, then the equation will be like this, and if we are taking x as the dependent variable, then equation will be like this. So by using these two equations, we have to solve the same example, but for these two equations we have to take the summation of y, summation of x and summation of xy, right? So for this summation of x square, so for this we have to find all this summation. So first of all, I am starting from writing this term in terms of table. First of all, I will writing x and y. The value of x equals to 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11 and 14. Right. The value of y equals to 1, 2, 4, 4, 5, 7, 8 and 9. Now first of all we have to find out value of summation x. What is the value of summation x? Summation x means addition of all this term. and if you will add this all the term, you will finding the final answer as 56. So this will be written like this. I will starting from x and y. I will write the values of x as 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11 and 14. The last term is summation of x, which gives you the answer as 56, means addition of all this term. Now I will putting the value of y as 1, 2, 4, 4, 5, 7, 8 and 9. And if you will adding this all the term, it will gives you the answer as summation of y, which will equals to 40. If you will adding all this term, you will get the answer as 40. Now the next term you have to derive as the value of x square, means we have to take square value of this. So 1 square means 1, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 6 36, 8 square 64, 9 square 81, 11 square 121 and 14 square means 196. When we will taking summation of all this term, it will be summation of x square. So the value of summation of x square will gives you the answer of 524. Now you have to find out the value of x into y. Means we have to multiply this two term, 1 into 1, 1, 3 into 2, 6, 4 into 4, 16, 6 into 4, 24, 8 into 5, 40, 9 into 7, 63, 11 into 8, 88, 14 into 9 will gives you the answer as 126. And when we will adding this all the term, it will representing as summation xy and value of it equals to 364. Now the next term you have to find out is y square. What is the value of y square? Y square is square of this term. 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 4 square 16, 5 square 25, 7 square 49, 8 square 64 and the last one is 9 square 81. When we will adding all this term, it will gives you the answer as summation of y square and answer of this equals to 256. So first of all, in any example you have to find out all this value and make a one table of this. Add all the values as a summation of all this term. Now put this all the term in the equation of line. So we will starting from the first condition as x as the independent variable. So first of all, if we are taking x, first condition x as independent variable, then the equation will be written like this: y equals to a plus bx, right? In this, first we will multiplying this equation with 1 and taking the summation. It will gives you the answer as summation y equals to n into a plus b into summation x. Now in this example, what is the value of n? N equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So in this example, we will take n equals to 8. Now in this example, you have to take summation y. What is value of summation y? Its value equals to 40. So 40 equals to 8 into a plus b into summation of x. Now what is value of summation of x? Summation of x equals to 56. Right. So I will write down the equation like this. This one is 40, n equals to 8. So it will written like 8 into a plus b is constant as it is. Summation of x equals to 56. So this one is equation number 1. Now this equation will multiply with x and then we will take summation of it. So the equation will be like this: summation xy equals to a summation x plus b into summation x square, as we had seen in the topic. Now in this summation xy, value of it equals to 364. Summation of x equals to 56 into this a plus summation of x square equals to 524 into this b. So this one is equation number 2. Now 8 into 7 will gives you 56. So this equation will be divided by 7. So it will gives you the answer in terms of, this term will convert in terms of 8a plus 524 divided by 7 comes over here, 524 divided by 7 into b, and over here the value will becomes 364 divided by 7. So this one is equation number 2. Now if you will solving this 2 equation, then you can find the value of a equals to 6 by 11 and the value of b equals to 6 by 11 is also considered as 0.545 and the value of b equals to 7 by 11, or it is also considered as 0.636. So we will writing the final answer of y in terms of the value of a and b. So if we will putting the value of a over here, then the value is becomes 0.545 a. Sorry, instead of a we had put the value as 0.545, right? So it will become 0.545 plus 0.636x. Instead of b we had put this value. So this is your final answer when x is taken as independent variable. Now the next you have to take x as the dependent variable. So when we will taking x as the dependent variable, then the equation will be becomes like this: x equals to a plus by. Now if we will multiplying this equation with 1 and then summation, then the term will be like this: summation x equals to n into a plus b into summation y. And when we will putting these values, then the equation will be like this: the summation of x is equals to 56 and equals to 8, so it will becomes 8a plus summation of y equals to 40 into b. This one is equation number 1. Now if we will convert multiplying this whole equation with y, then the term will becomes xy equals to ay plus by square. And when we will taking summation of it, it will gives you the answer as summation xy plus a summation y plus b summation y square. When we will putting summation of xy, summation of y and summation of y square, answer of this, then the equations of summation of xy equals to 364, summation of y equals to 40, so this equation will becomes 40a plus summation of y square equals to 256 into b. Now this whole equation is 8 into 5 means 40. So this equation will be divided by 5. So it will becomes like 364 divided by 5 equals to 8a plus this will be divided by 5 means 256 divided by 5b. So from this, if you will solving this 2, a will be cancelled out. You can find out the value of b and you will put the value of b in any of these 2 equations, then you can find out the value of a. So if you are finding the value of a, the value of a equals to minus 0.5 and the value of b equals to 1.5. So if we will putting this 2 value in this equation, then the equation will be like this: x equals to minus 0.5 plus 1.5y. So this is your final answer of line in which we had taken x as the dependent variable. In the next session, I will explain you about the parabola and its equations and more example based on this.